$20 million for one match. Yes, that's the headline. A single cricket match, winner takes all, $20 million on the line. And the man that made that happen? Allen Stanford. Hi everyone, I'm Atif Nawaz, and today we'll be going into one of the most bizarre chapters in cricket history, how Stanford, a Texan Antiguan financier, flew into the cricket world with helicopter stunts, huge cash, and grand promises, and ended up dragging a sport into scandal with him. Stanford built his empire through offshore banking and investment firms based in Antigua. He got knighted there. He styled himself as Sir Allen, and then he turned his attention to cricket. First in the Caribbean, then globally. He created the Stanford 2020 tournament in the West Indies in 2006 and 2008, paying huge amounts to teams, subsidizing stadiums, offering handsome prize money, and portraying himself as a savior of cricket's future. In 2008, the spectacle shifted to England. Stanford landed his black helicopter at Lord's, cricket's spiritual home. He stepped out, carted in a transparent box full of cash, and unveiled a deal with the ECB that promised a winner-takes-all T20 match. England versus a Stanford Superstars team pulled from the Caribbean. $20 million of prize money. Each of the winning 11 would take $1 million. The loser gets nothing. The eyes of the cricket world were wide open. And I'll give him this, he was bold. Silver stumps, black bats, flash branding. He told the world that T20 is the future. That's where you'll make your money. And cricket boards, players, sponsors, they all leaned in. Why not? Big money, thrilling format, global buzz. But here comes the twist. The source of the money was muddy. Investigations later revealed Stanford had channeled investor deposits from his Antigua bank into his cricket ventures, private jets, yachts, and paunchy business deals. He allegedly used over $2 billion of depositors' money to prop up his other firms without proper repayment. By early 2009, the house of cards started to collapse. The US Securities and Exchange Commission charged him with massive fraud. Stanford's financial empire unraveled. Contracts with the ECB and the West Indies board were cut short. The once lavish Super Series and stadium deals evaporated. The match that had promised so much turned into a getting out deal. In 2012, Stanford was convicted on multiple counts of fraud and sentenced to 110 years in prison. He lost his knighthood, his reputation, his empire. Everything was gone. So what's the significance? Why do we remember Stanford? First, it shows how money can distort sport. A financier injecting wealth, bypassing normal governance, creating matchups based on spectacle, not structure. Stanford's deal with England and the prize pot was unprecedented and raised hard questions about integrity, source of funds, long-term viability. Second, it left a legacy of caution. Cricket boards became far more careful about who they partner with, where the money comes from, and the governance around big deals. The Stanford chapter became a case study in how not to do it. Third, it shows that spectacle alone isn't enough. Yes, landing at Lord's in a helicopter made headlines. Yes, $20 million made jaws drop. But substance, transparency, regulation, these things matter. Without that, you're building on sand. And finally, it's a human lesson. For all the flash, there was devastation. Investors lost billions, careers and reputations were damaged. The stadium Stanford built in Antigua is now renamed, and the superstar side long gone. The dream of a new cricket era financed by a single man crashed. Allen Stanford's involvement in cricket remains one of the oddest, most extravagant, and ultimately most tragic tales in the sport. Big vision, bigger budget, worst foundation. Thank you for watching. If you found this interesting, hit subscribe and comment below with which crazy cricket story you'd like next. Until next time, see ya!